school or she graduated?
Nope, still in school.
August
Last year?
2nd, Board of Selectmen.
Theoretically, she'd be a senior this year, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know Aiden's a junior, and Courtney's a junior and Aiden's a sophomore.
Yeah,
So I figured she had to be awful close.
yeah.
She's still liking it up there?
So she's not up there anymore.
Oh, she isn't?
So she left there and she transferred to another school, so.
Okay.
So it added an extra year onto her thing, so.
That's all right, you know, sometimes, you know, all the shoes don't fit everybody the right way, you know.
Correct.
So that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Still in the nursing?
Yeah,
Good, good.
yeah, they're just having, St. Joe's is having a bunch of issues.
Yeah,
You know, they close down and send everybody home and work remotely or go to school remotely, but,
Yeah.
nothing back on your tuition cost. And, you know,
Are you kidding?
yeah, and then the kitchens aren't open, so they can get like a cold sandwich box lunch. It's, you know, you can only do that for so long. You really have a bunch of other stuff, so.
Understandable.
you all set for the weekend?
It's Monday, Ted.
Oh, that will, yes.
Yeah,
I
oh,
am.
yeah,
I
your
am.
main job.
Yes, I am also. It's making me very nervous, but I am.
Thank you.
I think it's supposed to be two, right, because the money.
Yes.
You want
Okay.
that? Or you want?
Yeah, love it.
We got 4 more minutes.
Okay.
You guys can sing a song if you want,
Yeah.
while we're waiting.
Perfect.
How come you didn't ask me to sing?
Oh, you brought
There we go.
them all anyway.
Teddy, Teddy,
Okay.
if you wanted to sing me a song, then I'm in the wrong line of profession.
Mr. Cajon.
Okay, let's see if we can turn this up a little. Is that a little better? Bob, can you say something?
Yeah, that's better, thank you.
Thank you. Bob is on Zoom. Huh?
I'm tempted to do that, but now I know you're gonna do it on public, that'll be here.
We're gonna have a non-public, we should do that on that. So, without the Zoom.
Okay.
Will the other people typically Zoom?
Well, it's, you have to be invited in, but right now Bob is the only one
Oh, okay.
who's invited.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I just want to be sure that.
Yeah, there is a way to
Yeah.
control it, yeah.
Yeah, and did you see that Zoom just settled a huge lawsuit?
Who did?
Zoom,
Oh, did?
yeah.
Knew they were having going on.
Some of the other countries were joining in on Zoom videos and recording personal information.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Goes on vacation, comes back, and now he's in internet land.
It's a rough life.
Yeah, he just doesn't like us. He wants to keep
No,
away.
it's okay, I got his number.
What do you do? All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Michael, will you lead us? Pledge allegiance to the
Absolutely, my pleasure, Mr. Chairman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Manifest approval, $33,467.27 dated July 22nd. $32,344.02 dated September 29th.
Move to approve.
Second? I'll second that. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, excuse me, the minutes, approval of July 19th, is in the book,
And then,
I'll move to approve those as
and the
well.
non-public also.
Yep, and the non-public as well.
Motion's made, seconded? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Do we have to do a roll call vote because it was on Zoom? I just a thought.
yes.
Good idea to do that.
I mean, I remember when the other time when we had
There
we
was
had
some
to do
question
some
on it.
roll call.
Yeah, no, you're right. We should probably redo that.
All right, we'll just a roll call on the manifest. Mike?
Yes.
Bob? Ted? Yes. Minute approval, we'll go Mike?
Yes.
Bob? Ted? Yes. Okay?
Good call.
Thank you.
Facility use, fire department, town hall, September 20th to September 24th. Wait a minute.
It is police and fire.
It's
Police and fire for the 9/20, 9/24, and 21 fire and police,
I'll make a motion to approve it, Mr. Chairman.
okay? Seconded, and what, we wanna include the fire department, the town hall, April 21st, August 25th, and 21 too.
Right.
Put the two of them together, if
Right.
I may, please.
That's right, yes.
All right, Bob, you made the motion, Michael, you seconded it?
Yeah.
Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye,
Roll call. Bob, Mike, Ted.
aye.
And
Cassandra Hutchins?
I'm just double checking, we confirmed that there aren't any meetings on the evening of the 25th,
Yes,
August 25th.
yes, he checked, had checked with me before.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
No? So, August 28th, the birthday party for Hutchins.
I so moved.
Second? Discussion, vote, Bob, Mike,
Aye.
Ted. Old business. Nimble Hill paving. Martha, there's good news on that? No, not on that one. Want to do the other paving? Oh, tomorrow? So,
Oh, right. We received notice today from Barassa that they will be starting the excavation finally at Hannah Lane and Nimble Hill Road. They're just going to do the off-pavement work tomorrow and then cut on Wednesday.
Okay.
that's this information, we'll go on to the Nimble Hill Road paving, please.
We have received a quote from Bell and Flynn to complete the paving of Nimble Hill from Fox Point down to almost to Coleman Drive, and we are waiting on a second quote.
Okay.
The first part would be the grinding and binder course, and then in 2022, it would be proposed to put on the final course.
Now, if
And
I
that,
can,
the original price we have here, that will fall under our budget constraints.
Right, for 2021.
Right.
okay,
Yes.
that was one of my questions. The other one is that, the way the road is deteriorated in certain spots, it seems to be doing that every time we go to do the road. Maybe we should look at it more of being a little more leveled or engineered or something to maybe get some of that wear and tear a little less. You'll notice it grooves in certain places as you come up the hill. And I don't know if that's something they can, regulate their bid on, but I think that some places it could be, a little bit more, compact or whatever they do, I'm not sure. But the road seems to deteriorate in two, three little spots right here, always in the same place. Probably because of the wetness of the road, where the road melts and all that stuff, but it was the only concern I had. I have no problem with that though, okay?
Right,
Thank you.
you. Fire station, that's just informational, right? You want no approval, that's it.
I just,
Martha, did you get my note on the Hannah Lane, Nimble Hill by Hannah Lane project? Have the residents there been notified?
Mrs. Abbott was on the phone today with Ted, about it. And Ted told her that I'll deliver a letter detailing what's going to happen. He did remind her about that meeting that we had, a year ago, outlining the project.
Yep.
And I called John Frank also today.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
So fire department, we had two issues, if you want me to go over those.
Sure.
One was the COVID expenses. Engineer Hebert had asked, how was that going to be reflected in the budget? And we double checked that will not hit the fire department budget. Those will be run as separate GL numbers
Okay,
per our auditors.
okay.
So, right, so the
I figured
funds that are,
I figured that's the way they'd have to do it, yeah.
yeah, the funds that are in the detail line right now will be pulled out and
Okay.
run as you'll see them in the budget, but at the very end.
Okay, probably with an explanation on it as well.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
okay,
So it won't affect the fire department
Right.
budget.
okay.
Structural review, if you.
we're gonna do that one, yeah, then we'll be back to it.
So, the two chiefs and I met with Bob Champagne from Summit Engineering last week, had a good meeting. He's going to, review with Shannon Alter from TMS and John Ritchie about the, what they put into their last estimate for the second floor addition they had proposed.
Okay.
And also there was the, digging of the, to look at the foundation.
Correct.
That's going to happen at some point.
Mhm.
Anything else, Chief?
Just what I'd sent you, the tower base for the antenna. It is degrading, it's not imminent that it's gonna fail or fall over anytime, soon, but it does need to be replaced. So, I passed on to Martha that I would reach out to, Bill over at Two-Way Communications, who heads up the building and the structures and that type of stuff, just to see if there's somebody who can at least go to be like, is it possible to just put a new base right next to the old one and literally just pick up that tower and
Well,
move
it
it?
makes
drop
sense
on
to
the
do it
new
that
one?
way, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're
to
saying, yeah.
minimize it, because I don't see that there's anything wrong structurally with the tower itself, it's
Right.
literally just the concrete.
Just the basement is kind of getting weak at its age, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's cracking and small.
That makes sense to me, that you should be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
You move it close, you wouldn't have to move much cable or anything,
Right.
right?
Right, hopefully we wouldn't have to move anything, it's literally just
Just
slide
slide it.
over, 4 or 5 feet. Hopefully.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, is that all we did on that one?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, and then we'll go to the tennis courts.
The county forester came over today and viewed the two trees at the tennis courts. He believes that they are for health and safety reasons. They are both in fine shape and will not be a danger to anyone. I asked him about the roots. Could the roots go under the tennis courts and come up to affect the
Right.
quality of the pavement? And he said, no, the roots will seek out a grassy area and not go under a pavement.
Okay.
And he did not have an issue with those trees staying. He did say that there are two other trees though that need to come down. One, as you enter the parking lot for the tennis courts, to the right, there's a sugar maple
Right.
that's dying.
Yeah.
It's too close to the road, the salt
Killing
and
it.
sugar
I
maples
saw
don't
that,
go.
yeah, I noticed that when I walked, yeah.
And then also there's an elm right over here that we were hoping Eversource would take down, but they don't think it's an issue to their power line, so we are going to have to contract to have it come down.
You're gonna get a tree company in to do that? Okay. All right.
Any questions so far, anybody? Okay, we'll move on to P's Breeders update. Bob, you were gonna look into that with the, out there, I know you've been kind of followed up, anything on that, or we just wanna go to the next meeting?
I did speak with the Air Force about the air show.
Yeah.
My understanding is that the Portsmouth City Council has all been invited to the air show as VIPs. Nobody from Newington has been invited. I advised, some high-ranking people over there that I felt that was a foul. That, one of the planes was being, named Spirit of Newington, and that if they wanted participation from us, that they had probably better get off the stick and get us notified pretty quickly. That was 3 weeks ago, and I've chimed him every week since then, and still nothing. So I don't know what the status of that is. I have not heard anything on the P's readers. I was waiting for an update from our representatives to the PDA.
Yeah, Susan Parker or Peggy, yeah, all right, we'll follow up on that one.
I don't know if they've even discussed it yet.
And we haven't seen it on the agenda, right?
Right, I couldn't find the agenda actually for PDA for July
That's right.
on the website.
And Bob, that's typical, and I don't mean it to be down, but typical of the Air Guard over there. We went over there one day when they dedicated the plane when it first came in, the Spirit of Newington.
I was there with
And we were there, Mike and I and other people, and they were gonna give us a picture of it so we could hang it and frame it. And that was, 2 years ago, 18 months ago, we've called several times. I know, we're very spirited people, but I would like to hear from them.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Thank you. The other thing we have is Arboretum Drive. Martha, you got the thing rolling on that, and we know that, I know that Peter Rice has put together a cost, fixed, from what I gather, I haven't seen it official, it's a $300,000 deal, grind the road and bring it up and do Arboretum over. That has gone to, the PDA has it, they've flipped it back over to Portsmouth because they're in charge of the road.
Correct.
So it's somewhere in limbo, but I think they were all staggered with a $300,000 price to do it. You know, they've had it for 40 years, so 30 years, so it's less than $1,000 a year to fix the road, that's pretty cheap. That's all I have on that. Do you have anything else, Martha?
Nothing else.
New business. American Rescue Plan, application accepted for the funds of $85,113.
I need the board to approve applying for the American Rescue Plan funds in total amount of $85,113, and further to authorize the chair to sign the necessary documents.
So moved. Now, this is different than the last one we just did, right?
Right.
Okay.
Did you second that, Bob?
I did.
Any questions? Anybody have questions on it? Okay, all those, oh, roll call. Bob Flanagan?
Aye.
Mike Marconi?
Aye.
Ted Connors, aye.
We authorize you to handle, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Martha, let me ask you a question. So when I read through the document online with all of the towns in Rockingham, nobody had applied for their money yet. First off, I was a little taken back by how little Newington got and how much some of the other towns got. What was the driving factor in that? Because some of the towns were a lot smaller than ours. I know the governor lives in Newfields, but that doesn't explain why they get a lot more than us, you know?
They based it on population, and because we only
The
have
numbers game.
our 800 or so citizens, we didn't get the funds that other towns have received. It's definitely
It's a numbers game,
disappointing.
Bob.
It's a shame they didn't take into
The reason
consideration.
why so few towns have completed their processes, are the requirements for that so restrictive?
I think they're just getting organized and getting everything done like us. Those numbers were based on end of July, I want to say July 20. So at that point, we had all just learned about it.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. 2022 budget process memo for departments.
Given the
We just
board,
finished the budget.
I know, I'm sorry to bring this up. In your left-hand pockets of your binders, you'll see a memo that has draft up at the top right with language that I would recommend the board sends out regarding the operating budgets for 2022. No surprise,
I read it.
okay, no surprise that I would recommend that we stay at level funding unless there's some emergency expenditure or some need that the department can talk to the board about. But are there any changes to this? Ted caught me on a date, luckily, that I had
What do you mean by that?
Missed.
Cut you on a date?
oh boy, that on the October 12th date should have been a Tuesday, not a Monday.
Yeah.
Do you want us to approve that?
Correct, with the correction?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to do it with the correction.
Seconded by Mr. Flanagan. Roll
Seconded,
roll call, Michael,
Yes.
Bob,
yes.
Ted, yes.
And of course, the meeting times might change depending on what departments have going.
Yeah.
They might, some may request different days. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go with the other, we have some other items that would not to add. please.
Cybersecurity, I can hit on that. The cybersecurity, of course, is a big issue with all of the towns in the state and across the nation. We're in the process of completing an RFP for a cybersecurity assessment to make sure that the town isn't hacked or held for ransom, as other towns have had happen. This can greatly increase our health insurance, our property liability insurance, and so we need to stay on top of it. It's in the budget this year already, so Paul will be working with that number to get this assessment done. We're also sending out payroll stuffers, so employees remember not to just click on an attachment, but rather to look and make sure they recognize the sender and it's the right email address. That's
So it's
all.
gonna be a little part of the individual to be paying attention to what they're doing too, because I notice on my computer, I have to watch everything I do these days. So that's good.
That's just information, no.
Right.
Right.
HTC heat,
The HDC has asked for some mini splits to be installed in the old parsonage
Yeah.
with the $20,000 grant that we received from Eversource. And the building inspector and Lulu Pickering are working on that.
I think we approved that money when we got to 20,000. I think we approved to go ahead with this project and do some other
Right.
electrical outlets or something. They need to
Exactly.
bring Wi-Fi in there, if there was 2 or 3 things they needed, I think.
Right.
Yeah, good.
We'd like to get some bids on it. so
Yeah.
like-
And we have gotten Wi-Fi into the old town hall,
Oh,
thanks
good.
to the building inspector,
Good.
took
Okay.
care of that.
Okay,
That's good to know.
okay. Next is the backhoe purchase.
The board has approved the Case backhoe purchase after consultation with Kazai Kavazi and the road agent, of course, and some haggling, and I would recommend that we send a letter of thanks to Kaz
Oh,
for
absolutely.
all his work.
Absolutely.
Right. And the money we're spending on that is within our budget. It's not over the budget. It's
Right.
within the appropriated the last town meeting.
Exactly.
Plus, we also save money not getting new tires. We didn't need the new tires we thought we might need. That's gonna save us some money too, so I think it was a good, go all around, it was a good project.
You need a vote on that, Mark?
I'm also glad we got a 5-year warranty on the maintenance of it too.
Absolutely, that was a
that's
big item for me.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Do you need a vote on that, or do you just?
We already voted to do that, sign the paperwork.
I think we're set.
Okay, all right. And the next we have is the PD, the grant.
Oh, for the dog?
The police department applied for a Northeast Credit Union grant and were awarded it to the tune of $5,000. So if the board could approve, the message from the chief is, they won the Love Your Community Award from Northeast Credit Union. And he believes it's $5,000 towards the K-9 program. So
That
he
should keep the canine program going for quite a while, I would think. That's great news. I'll make a motion to go ahead and accept that
apply
grant.
for and accept, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Bob?
Second that, Bob?
I second that.
Discussion. Roll call. Mike,
Yeah, aye.
Bob Lonigan,
Aye.
Ed Connors, aye. And we have one other item on the fire department car.
Yeah, so the fire department has dropped off their old cruiser, it's in the parking lot, and traditionally you would put these out to bid, or does the board have some other action?
I don't think so. I don't have
I'd like to find out what the value of the car is, Martha, so we can research the value of the car, book value of some kind, so we have something to go by, so. I mean, we're not, I don't think we're gonna get a fortune for it, but we're not gonna give it away if we can help it neither.
What year is it?
2011.
11?
Yeah, how many miles on that, chief?
The odometer went probably almost 2 years ago, so we have no
Oh,
idea.
okay. That's perfect for used car sales, roll that the odometer, ain't it?
It's, I'm sure it's over 100,000. I'm not 100%.
100.
Yeah.
But it was handling well when you had it, right? Well, I don't wanna put you in a spot, I know we had to
We'll be
replace,
recorded.
we had to replace.
One second,
okay?
shut off. I'll tell you.
Move on to the next item on the agenda.
Right.
Did you get the new vehicle?
What's that?
Did you get the new vehicle?
We're still waiting on it.
Oh,
What seems to be the holdup, they say, I know,
It got caught in the whole chip,
everything.
computer chip thing.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
Doesn't surprise me. Any idea when, hint of when they might bring it this way?
So the last update was hopefully
September?
by October.
Okay,
No, but hopefully within the next few weeks. So apparently there's some type of registry thing that they do whenever anybody goes out to that vehicle, they have to scan it. And it's in Indiana now, in this big, huge parking lot or whatever, and the salesman or the manager up in McMulkin said that it's showing that it got scanned like 2 weeks ago, so somebody was there doing something to it,
okay.
so, not sure, but.
When you get the vehicle, you're gonna have it stamped with the fire department and all that stuff on it?
It's gonna have stuff on it,
Okay.
outfitted and everything.
All right.
Anything else, Martha?
Just a non-public session.
Right. Bob, anything you wanna bring up, or Mike, in the public session before we go into the non-public session and close out? Okay, I'll entertain a motion that we
The
go.
only thing I had in public, Ted, was, Neighbor Hill looks good with the, single telephone poles.
Yes,
I think, you know, they're
Yeah.
making progress on that, it's nice to see. I'm glad they did Nimble first, and hopefully we'll get, Fox Point next, and I know we gotta wait 3 years for it, but it's gonna look good once it's done.
Right, very good. Okay,
I'll make a motion for a non-public?
no,
Oh, I'm sorry.
fire engineer.
Is the state flagpole broken?
The halyard or the clip on the halyard was broken.
Oh, thanks. They got a new flag too, and I believe Highway's delivering it tomorrow, so.
Anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to go to non-public.
Motion at 5:22 to go in non-public?
Seconded by Mr.
Thank you,
Flanagan,
gentlemen.
roll call, Bob Flanagan,
Yeah,
Michael,
Yes,
Ted, yes.
thank you, gentlemen.
Personal items.
Thanks.
Nice to see you. See you, gents, thank you.
Good night.
Night.